Hey everybody, it's the Rhythmatician here, and welcome to my first Minecraft build tutorial. I'm just getting my sound checked out here, and what better way to do that than by playing my favorite music disc, Stall. So let's get started with a tutorial. Alright, so this is what I'm going to be showing you how to build today. And this might look familiar to a lot of you, but I promise you there's a lot more to it than your typical shop. So if you've ever played on a server before, you've probably seen something like this, where you come up here, you see that they're selling shulker boxes. You want to buy one, so you throw in a diamond and you get a shulker box. But maybe you want to buy a whole bunch. And so what makes this design special is you can throw in all your diamonds at once, and it will not clog up the machine, it will not lose count of your diamonds, and it will sell you the exact right number without ripping you off. And when it runs out of shulker boxes, that light will turn off to indicate that it's out of stock. Furthermore, you cannot lose any other items in here. You're not going to lose your shulker boxes to this hopper if they happen to land there. You can always just go pick them all up, or whatever. The only items that this will accept are diamonds, or whatever you want your currency to be. And so it's a bit of an elaborate design, but what makes it special is it's tileable. Well, not quite in the sense that you can't put them literally right next to each other, but all you need is a 1-block gap on either side, and you could have quite a few shops in a small area. This is a 9 by 8 by 1 design. Alright, so in order to build this thing, you're going to need 3 hoppers, 3 comparators, 3 repeaters, 5 torches, 8 bits of redstone, 2 currency items, 2 barrels or chests, a redstone lamp, and a dropper. You'll also probably want a hopper and a couple of chests to stock the thing, a couple of item frames, and probably maybe some signs. You'll need some building blocks and some slabs, some carpets to make it look nice, and you'll definitely need access to an anvil, and of course you'll want to have a jukebox and your favorite music disc while you build it. Alright, so to get started, you want to come over to your wall here and just knock out that block right there, and put a sideways hopper right there, a downward hopper underneath of it, a barrel underneath of that, or a chest is fine, and another one like that, barrel connecting them. Then for our item sorter circuit, we're going to want to go 1, 2, 3 blocks, one there, a temporary block underneath, and then break that one out with a repeater going right there. Don't forget your redstone torch right here, and then we're going to put redstone dust there. Now we need to break out all 3 of these blocks, put redstone dust, and then we're going to put a comparator coming off of the hopper. Now next, we're going to need some item filters, so come over here and take 44 whatevers, any stackable item. It has to be stackable to 64, and just give it a name. Then we can come up here, maybe we can, if we can fly. Alright, and then just spread those out just like that, and put whatever your currency item is going to be in the first slot. Alright, that's it for the item sorter. Next, we're going to have this circuit that slows down the flow of the items so that we get a pulse every time one diamond or currency item comes through. And so in order to do that, we're putting a block above and below the comparator that will lock those hoppers at the exact right time. Come on now. And so then we're gonna put some redstone dust right there. Wrong. We're gonna put it right there. And then we need a repeater underneath. Click it once. Dust there, torch there. And that is the completed circuit to lock the hoppers every time one item goes through the barrel. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that right now, actually. So if I just put a bunch of items in, then you'll see that torch turns off and it lets them flow through, and here we're getting a pulse every time a diamond comes through here, and we're getting a little gap in between. That's perfect. So now we just need to carry that signal up to where our up to where our dropper is going to be. And so in order to do that, we're going to build this little workaround with torches. Just like that. And then our dropper is going to go right on top of there, but of course not facing like that. So let's knock out these 2 blocks so we can reach, and put one there, and then we can put that back, and the items will go through that block. Now we're going to need a redstone torch, or lamp, a redstone lamp right there. And the rest of this is just wiring that up so that the lamp is powered whenever we have items in here. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and put some items in here. And what better to sell than shulkers, am I right? So, okay. Redstone comparator coming off like that. And a block. And then we're gonna just... Now, I think those can be blocks or slabs. Now, you'd think you could just put some redstone dust there, but if I do that, it actually powers the dropper, which I find very odd, since that's a transparent block underneath, but that's just Minecraft logic for you. So we use a repeater, and that is the whole thing completed. Now at this point, you might want to lay down some carpets here because the redstone's a little ugly, and you might want to just cover that up. And then some item frames are a great way to indicate what exactly it is that you're selling and how much it costs. I recommend naming these at an anvil perhaps, or putting signs. Let me show you what I mean. You can just stick this up here and say shulker boxes 1 diamond. And that will be enough for people to know what's going on, and then people can see that when they hover over it, and that's great. Now, in terms of other things that you might want to do or ways you might want to modify this, right now it only holds 9 items, and that's not really great. You're going to have to restock your shop a lot if you're getting any real business. So maybe you'll want to do something like this. Now, it's not 1 wide anymore, which is why I didn't start with that. But another thing you might want to do is put this over like this. Now, if you're expecting to get a whole lot of diamonds from this, you might even do a double, but I don't think you're going to get a large chest full of diamonds before you're tempted to check your stock. But I think this right here is a good design, and there's a couple of reasons for that. So perhaps if you were to build this out like this, then you could tile this and run across. And I'm just going to clone this a few times and show you exactly what that would look like. Alright, so now we've got this whole shop set up. 3 different items here, so I'm gonna buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slime blocks. Perfect. I'm gonna buy a shulker box to put them in. Great. And I'll just spend the rest of these on iron blocks. Throw them all in at once, doesn't matter, doesn't clog, and I get all 15, or what did I get, 14 iron. Does that, why did I, oh no. Oh, the other one landed down here, okay. So yeah, I got all my items, and then as a shop owner I can come down here and just run along here and grab all my diamonds and get paid. And then when I need to restock, I can just head right on up here, and all of these are in a line here, and I can restock all of my items here with a large chest to make sure I don't run out of stock before I'm able to come and restock the shop again. So I hope you like this build. It's better than any shop designs I have seen on YouTube. Personally, spent a few days ironing out the kinks in this, and it's also server friendly. So I play on InsanityCraft, where there's a anti-lag mod, so things like comparator clocks and stuff are just a little bit too fast for the server to handle. But this is fine. The tick on the repeater here not only makes sure that it works, but it also keeps it from causing lag. So all around, I'd say this is a pretty ideal design. It's not too expensive, just a couple of hoppers is really the only pricey thing involved in this, and you're gonna have those no matter what design you use. So a few extra torches, blocks, and slabs, and you can use this design, and I hope you like it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please go ahead and give me some feedback on that, because I don't necessarily plan on doing any more of these, but if enough people ask me to, then you know, I might start doing this regularly. Yeah, so let me know if you thought this was an exceptional design. And I hope you have a good day.